prophet stood between heaven and earth. He could speak and heaven listened. When he slept, dreams from beyond the veil whispered in his ears. When he opened his mouth, even kings sat down. He had a gift, not from idols, not from darkness, but from the one who dwells in unapproachable light. He was a prophet, but not every man who hears from God obeys him. It began when a nation emerged from the wilderness, not starving, not weak, but burning with promise. Their tents filled the valleys. Their God walked among them. Where they camped, no enemy survived, and that terrified kings. One king sent no soldiers. He sent gold, not to attack them, but to curse them. He believed that if this prophet could speak destruction, he could stop what armies could not. The messengers arrived, carrying treasure and titles. They bowed low and said, "Come, speak against them, use your power, curse them for us." The prophet already knew the answer. God had spoken. "Do not go, do not curse, they are mine." But something happened inside him, not in his ears, but in his heart. He told the messengers to wait. "I'll ask again." That was his mistake. Because when a man keeps praying about what God has already forbidden, he's not being spiritual, he's being rebellious. And God, who sees the soul, let him go, but sent a sword to meet him on the road. He rode out in the morning, proud, paid, and blind. Even the animal beneath him saw what he could not, an angel, with fire in its eyes and judgment in its hand. 3 times the beast tried to save him. 3 times he struck it in rage, until the animal spoke. "Why
are you beating me?"
It was not a parable, it was not a vision, it was real. And only then did the prophet see the blade that waited to cut him down. But God let him live for now, because heaven had a message to speak. And even if the vessel was corrupt, the voice of God would not be silenced. He stood before the king who paid him, the enemy of God's people. 3 times he tried to curse, but blessings broke out like fire. He could not control it. The king shouted, "What are you doing?" But the prophet could only say, "I can only speak what he puts in my mouth." But the story did not end there, because deep in his soul he still wanted the reward. If he could not curse them with his mouth, he would curse them with his counsel. He told the enemy, "If you want them to fall, don't fight them. Send your daughters, send idols, seduce them, make them betray their own God." And it worked. The chosen people fell into sin, and judgment struck like lightning. Later, when the sword of God swept through the land, they found him, not among the prophets, not among the faithful, but standing with the very ones who had tried to destroy God's people. And there, the sword that once waited for him on the road finally destroyed him. Now they speak of him no longer as a prophet, but as a warning, because no matter how powerful your gift, if your heart is for sale, you are an enemy of God. The voice of prophecy cannot protect a rebellious soul, and the reward of wickedness will always end in death. Click the button to be notified every time we upload a new video. Thanks for watching, we value your time.